Yo, this shit OP.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cal, bringing you another video on the channel today. So how you guys been? Sending you guys some good vibes, good energy on this Sunday afternoon. Just got my Wi-Fi back. I actually uploaded the past video from my gym's Wi-Fi. That's how committed I am to this channel. I was able to edit the video at home because I already have the program downloaded on my computer, but luckily I have gym Wi-Fi, so I was able to upload that. I got my Wi-Fi back now, so I should be able to edit and like do my schoolwork and all that crap. We had this huge tropical storm come through the northeast, and it like wiped out a ton of power and it wiped out like a ton of trees and like knocked out the power for like over 400,000 individuals within Connecticut alone. And like luckily I was able to keep my power, really grateful for that. Power is definitely an essential to have within your life, and Wi-Fi is nice to have back on. It was nice for a couple days to take a break and put things into perspective of how dependent we are as a society on like Wi-Fi and this internet virtual world. That's a whole other topic, whole other discussion. I don't want to get into that, but today's video is about the ladder of consciousness, right? And you know, I've touched on this topic within other videos, and you guys might have watched those videos and be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? What is vibration? What is consciousness? What is all these different types of terms, spiritual terms that he's talking about? When I first got into spirituality and I watched different YouTubers, read different books, I was like, oh man, I really don't understand this. And it's fair, because you're going into a field that you have like really no knowledge or information in. So obviously you're going to be confused. Obviously you might not understand and register deeply within you, but once you understand these terms and you can make connections between them, develop a better perspective and awareness within your own mind, dude, like you feel like you are in full control of your body, and it helps you tremendously. It helps you mentally, and you're able to develop into a great being and a great essence of who you truly are, and not what you've been programmed to think, and just overall develop a great understanding of what life really is on this planet. I'm telling you guys right now, whether it be through my videos or another person who is trying to spread the same message as me, there is a great awakening going on this planet, and people are realizing that they are being controlled, they're being manipulated, and they're not able to be an open thinker, and they're not able to think for themselves. But through spirituality and through these tools, they're able to like wake up to the fact that they've been manipulated and controlled for so long. Like, this world goes so much deeper than you think. It goes so much deeper, and it's crazy to think that how little people know, because they just go on autopilot. They're not aware of what's actually going on, and they're not going within themselves to find the answers. They think so externally, and they attach to so many things within this world. We are multi-dimensional beings, right? When we go to bed at night, we go into a different dimension, or we go into the dream realm, right? When a person takes psychedelics, I'm not condoning that, right? That person goes into a whole other realm. This is another realm we're in. We're the 3D realm. And so we're multi-dimensional beings. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. I could talk about this for days and days on end, and it's a really amazing tool that you can have within your life and overall raise your own level of consciousness and develop a better you. So yeah, let's get right into the video, and let me explain to you guys the ladder of consciousness. A great deal of society is at a low level of consciousness. What does that mean? It means they are at a very low energy level, meaning they are not aware of certain things within their life. They feel certain feelings such as shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear in particular, right? Desire for external things, for that fulfillment within their life. This is at a low level state, right? And you're not very aware of what's going on with your mind. You're constantly thinking, you're constantly wanting things, you're constantly desiring what's next, you're chasing, you know? Fear in particular within this pandemic, right? Shout out Infinite Waters, the fear pandemic that we're living in right now. A great deal of society is being controlled, and they're being put into this fear state, right? And when you're put into a fear state, you're at a lower level of consciousness, and you're easier to be controlled, right? So think about it. If you're easier to be controlled, right, and the media sees this, and they're able to see that, okay, since this pandemic is so hot right now, right? And they realize that since people are so easy to be controlled, and they're constantly gonna be watching for what's new, the newest update, right? They realize that since they're able to like constantly just keep feeding people the story, right, over and over and over again with a fat ass scoreboard on the side of CNN with like total people, total cases, total this, they realize it's doing the numbers, it's making them money, it's what's hot right now. Listen, if you really dive into it, you realize coronavirus is 99% of people survive, right? And I get it, the 1% don't survive. But people get sick. People have gotten sick throughout eternity. I understand it's like a virus, you know, but if you're not healthy and you're not working out, you're not developing a mask is safe, right? A mask is good, right? And I get it, they're doing it for safety protocol. But when it comes to the point where you're not taking care of your own immune system and you're actually just putting on a mask instead of actually taking care of your internal body, the one that fights the virus for you, listen, you can't fight this thing externally, you fight it internally. Not only by raising your level of consciousness, but eating right, nutrition, working out, you're improving your body, you're improving the army within your body. A lot of people don't realize that, and it's crazy because in the media, they'll talk about all this shit, right? They'll talk about, okay, wash your hands, do this, right? And then they'll talk about cases, this, that, and the fourth. But they will never, ever talk about, okay, eat healthy, what really matters. And it's crazy to me, just this whole world we live in, it's so ass backwards. I mean, I'm sorry to get all like political on you guys, but it's something you guys should try and be aware of. And it's something luckily I was in spirituality before this, so I always kind of questioned it. We can always take a bigger perspective and look at the bigger picture, and that's kind of what happens when you raise your level of consciousness, right? So when you raise your level of consciousness, you're more within the moment, you're more aware of your own mind, you have more control of the real estate within your mind. No one knows what goes on in here except you, right? And so let's just say you don't have the real estate within your mind, right? Who owns that real estate? The media? The government, right? Other people, other influential people that you just blindly listen to? Ask yourself this question. Do you ever think for yourself? Do you ever take time and just really question things, right? Because when you do that, you develop a better understanding of what's really going on, and you develop your own thoughts, your own opinion on what's going on. By no means am I trying to like force you guys into like thinking negatively about yourselves, because you are already complete. We're just on this piece of shit planet that's like infested with mentally ill people, and you're just having a human experience, and you're just here to experience and live life, you know? And we get so caught up within our emotions, we get so caught up within our mind, our thoughts, right, that we're not able to raise our level of consciousness. We're not able to experience internal peace, love, joy, bliss, euphoria, you name it. When you raise your level of vibration, right, you raise your joy, you raise all these emotions, and you're able to control your mind, right? Your consciousness is really the only thing you have. Strip everything away from you, right? Everything. Someone can take everything externally away from you, all your limbs, everything, until you're not able to strive. You just have your consciousness. That's all you have. When people are just so blindly watching and just so blindly listening to everyone around them, it blows my mind, because they're not able to improve the one thing that's important most. They let their subconscious dominate their conscious, and it takes a toll on them, and they're in lower states. When you raise your level of vibration also means energy. Vibration, think vibes. Think I'm vibing, man. Like, think you're vibing, you know? Like whenever you say you're vibing, you're feeling good emotions, right? You're vibing out with the boys, you know, listening to some music. You're consciously happy. You're consciously fulfilled. When you raise your level of consciousness, you raise your level of energy. Ultimately, I'm on this journey myself, and I'm very lucky to the fact that I do not drink or smoke. I don't do any of that crap, because when you do that, right, when you drink or smoke, you ultimately lower your level of vibration, right? You lower your level of consciousness, right? So think if someone blacks out, they're not conscious. They lower their level of consciousness. So by not drinking or smoking, you're ultimately at a higher level of consciousness, because you're always aware of what's, at minimum, at least you're aware of your own mind. Whether you decide to expand on that, that's up to you. But so when you raise your level of vibration, right, when you raise your level of consciousness through meditation or just honestly any mentally clearing practice, and you realize that the mind is an illusion, you realize that all these different things, you're able to experience peace, love, joy, reasoning, acceptance of others, willingness to try new things, and just overall, you're not judging, you're not comparing yourself to others. And you know, I'm going through this whole process myself. I'm still like I say within these videos, watch back these other videos if you want other hints on how to raise your level of consciousness. I've been going through this myself, and I've been programmed for 19 years now to think a certain way and act a certain way. We're in our egoic mind, right? We want that divide, we want that drama, we want all this crap that, it's not good for us, and we can be so much better. We can be so much greater than we are right now, and it's honestly through spirituality, through meditation, we really can, and we can change society. We can just throw away these bad habits that